In our town, we know what we need. That's why at Bianchi Honda, we sell more CRVs than any other dealership sells all their vehicles combined. We are an SUV town, choosing the #1 rated SUV brand. Lease the 2019 CRV LX all-wheel drive for only $199 per month for 36 months. With over 2 million customers served, around here, we Honda.
Time now for the Gannon Golden Knights Coaches Show. He is the head coach, John Reilly. Coach, you're on a little bit of a winning streak.
Hey, we gotta keep plugging. I think we're getting a little bit better, so we got to keep trying to build on that.
First off, it was a win over Pitt Johnstown, a close one, 64-61, so you had to hold on late. The team just seems to be kind of clicking.
We're playing better. We're having better practices. People are filling in their roles. Part of the problem is we've had so many guys out, and now we still have guys out, but we've got the main guys that are, for the most part, there every day, and we're able to try to build some chemistry and cohesiveness, and I think it's really helped us.
Joe Fustine joining the rotation. At the time, it was, we took it as, okay, you're rewarding hard work. Guy's playing good ball right now.
Well, he is, and he's a senior, and he knows that his career is almost over, and it's really important to him. It's always been important for Joe playing here, and great student. He kind of epitomizes what we want our program to be: hardworking, tough-minded, treat people right, grind every day.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy that he's stepping in, playing good minutes, and really helping.
Oftentimes in this league, you don't get to see 4 years of the same player. How has Fustine changed over those 4 years? Has he reinvented himself a little bit?
He's somebody, when he first came, he probably wasn't good enough to play at this level. And but through his sheer work ethic, he's made us play him, which is what we want as coaches. He doesn't miss practice. He doesn't complain. And hey, all the credit goes to him. I mean, he did the exact same thing in high school, and now he's doing it in college. So I love coaching people like that.
He kind of got you going in the UPJ game. Of course, it was a team effort, but Matt Johnson then, he brought the defensive effort. We know him to do that. He's also a little chippy sometimes, huh?
A little bit too much. There's really no place for that.
Got to stay.
There's no place for that. That's nonsense. We're about playing hard and worrying about us, not making statements. And we make our statements at our play. And I've discussed that with him, and he needs to change that, and he knows that. That's not what our program stands for.
It's understandable. That's one of those things that you can kind of transform as a player over time. So that's
you hope it's a maturity thing.
Yeah.
We're not. Hey, we're about playing the game right. Playing the game right is playing as hard as we can every possession. I'd rather them channel it than stepping in and taking charges. Diving a loose ball. Make the extra pass.
That's toughness.
That's toughness, and that's competitiveness. But Matt's a great guy, and hopefully he'll figure it out.
Victor Olawie, he's back and he's scoring.
Well, he's playing good defense too, and he gives us somebody that can create his own shot. And again, he's playing a lot better defense. Sometimes he gets a little lax at the defensive end in terms of out of bounds plays and things like that. We're just trying to get him to get his focus just that much better, because he really has a chance to be a really nice player.
Kevin Dodd's down low. He's kind of now getting his feet under him. From the start of the season, he had those injuries.
Right, he's one that was out forever,
yeah.
And it really hurt him. It affected him. It affected the team. So hopefully we can keep him healthy and keep him out there, because he's a good player. He's smart. He's cerebral. He knows how to play, and he's competitive.
Sometimes you get posts, maybe not you personally, but you see post players who they just aren't in control underneath the basket. It's almost like they don't know where the rim is.
Well, he's definitely in control,
yeah.
And he's only going to get better. Like they said, the more he plays, and he wants to get better.
Mike Haysbert, that's another guy. He seems to have kind of worked his way.
Yeah, when guys go out and they sit out, and we go to the other people and give Mike credit. He hadn't played a whole lot last year and a half, and he's stepping in and helping us. And you got to respect him being ready, and we need him to play well the next month and a half.
Are these guys? I'm thinking of Victor on the bench with the injury. You had Mike Haysbert just working his way into the rotation a bit. I wonder what those guys get out of seeing it from that perspective, from the bench.
Well, hopefully that you learn.
They're always listening, right? The coaches.
They are. And the thing with Mike Haysbert, Mike's always probably been our most active guy on the bench. He's one of our most humble guys. So, you want to see people like that experience success. And like I said, hopefully next month and a half, he can finish his senior year strong.
Daryl Porter, I just think of the rebound that kind of salted the thing away. You had Alawiye, he went for 22 points. Haysbert had 4 in 28 seconds, so that was big. Fustine had a couple double-digit games in a row. I know scoring doesn't excite you as much as the offensive rebound that Daryl Porter got to.
Right, and we're really happy about that because he's had a couple games we had 0 rebounds, and that's just unacceptable. And credit to him, he kind of took the coaching and he's doing a much better job on the glass, and hopefully that will continue. Again, he's a senior. The clock's ticking. He doesn't have many games left in his career. And you want to see him go down with guns blazing, down, and using that as a terminology. But you want to see everything he has for our team and himself.
The next night out, it was Seton Hill 69-61. On that rebounding note, you see guards more active, I think, underneath the rim. Has basketball kind of changed in that sense, where you've almost flipped the court? You got these taller guys playing away from the rim, and then underneath are the guards. Or in your case,
who knows? I don't. There's certain things we're going to do. Everyone,
you've always done it that way. You've always had your guards.
Everyone plays a little bit differently. Sometimes we've had good guards that could post up and things like that. But in terms of rebounding, we always send 3 guys to the offensive glass. Our 3-man, one of our guards is key there. And then when you have really good teams, your guards defensive rebound. Adam Blazek, Jerron Smith, they were great rebounders. Zay Jackson was a really good guard rebounder. So at the defensive end, all 5 go. At the offensive end, 3 are going. And in terms of toughness plays, playing big, anybody can make those plays if you have the heart and the guts.
Seton Hill, was that the most complete game that you've played this year?
I don't know, because we were struggling a little bit in that first half, just in some areas. But Coach Viscuso made a suggestion, and we used our black press in the second half, and that really got us going. We just played harder in the second half, and we got them to turn the ball over. We had over 20 deflections in the second half, and we were able to capitalize on that, and we shared the ball well, and that's a tough place to play. We've only won there one other time, and we have almost won there a couple, but we've only won there twice now, and this group has done it. So, again, we've got to build. We've got to stay humble and hungry and keep fighting.
Have you seen the press more than usual, or is it kind of par for the course this season?
You mean playing against it?
Yes.
Probably kind of par for the course.
The guys seem pretty adept.
We do a decent job. Yeah, pretty par for the course. A lot of teams are doing it just because the shot clock's shorter, and the press can make you use a lot of time getting it over midcourt, and then you only have so many seconds to get a shot off. So I think more and more teams are going to it.
This is another one, and I keep going back to Daryl Porter, but he kind of personified this game in that he was diving for loose balls, doing the little things, and then those 2 defensive plays he made right around half court. The guy can jump, first of all. Wow, is he an athlete? But getting up, making those defensive plays, and that generated points on the other end.
No doubt. I mean, he was the point guy in the press, and that's the key guy, and he did a wonderful job there. And credit to other guys, they followed his lead, and they all cranked their energy level, and it really carried us in that second half.
I had made the comment on the broadcast that for all the games you watch and you ask yourself, like, oh, man, why do they keep fouling? As a fan, you're in the stands going, the game's over. What are you fouling for? That was the type of game that tells you why, because that kid kept hitting shots, Davis.
Yep, he did, and they were extremely well guarded, but credit to our guys who stepped up, made some tough free throws, and we were able to finish that game pretty nicely, really.
Edinburgh tomorrow night. You know them well.
Always a tough game. Coach Clary is someone I respect greatly. I always respect their players, how they play, how hard they play. They're a typical Edinburgh team in terms of they have a lot of guys that can score, and they can score in a variety of ways. Their guards always, can shoot deep shots. I'm watching games against Pitt Johnstown, and Simpson's hitting shots from almost midcourt. So we're going to have to play extremely well to have a chance in that game. But it's a game we always are excited about playing because it's not far away, and it's just a nice rivalry.
Coach, you made the mistake of telling me you're a Bruce Springsteen fan. Did you see that he's on Netflix, his Broadway show?
I've been following that.
Yeah. I
And
was thinking about what you had said about that being kind of a team, and there are bands that I like that the members will switch out, and it's about, the more that I think about the analogy, it's about getting that sound that the band's looking for.
It's
not
chemistry.
the individual.
It's chemistry, and you know, I've never been musically inclined, but I've always loved music because.
Well, you might be, because that's an astute thought.
Well, my older brothers and sister were, you know, we always had music in the house, and so I was hearing Springsteen in 1975, and maybe earlier, but all sorts of different type of music, and then being in basketball. But you know, Springsteen on Broadway, I was down. I didn't get a chance to see the show just because the tickets were too high the night I was in New York City. But I still enjoy him better with his band. But the thing with that, and I've learned a lot about his band members over the years. The neat thing about that is that the majority of that band really came up together. That they've been together for years and years and years, and they're actually getting better as they get older. Now, obviously, technology and whatnot, but they've been together. And then, with the exception of a couple of the band members that have passed away, and they've been able to replace them, but longevity, and you know that it's funny because it kind of parallels into coaching. You know, making coaching a career is difficult. It's really difficult. You know, some people can coach here and there, and you can coach a rec team, but when you coach for a living, it's a whole different deal, and a lot of people can't do it. You know, and it's because there's so many ups and downs, and you know, you can't, as much as people want to think that you can control recruiting, you can't, because until you get someone here, on paper they may look like the greatest thing, and they may answer all the, but you get them here and get them day in and day out, and then you find out, hey, they can't make it through practice, or they can't accept coaching, or they can't, you know, they can't play through tough things. I mean, so there's always that wild card. So it's so challenging, and but music's been great for me just because it's a great release. And if you ride with me, I have it on East Street Radio.
There you go.
Every day.
I asked Chris Friscuso about it when he was in, and of course he's been in your band for quite some time now. He says he turns Bruce Springsteen off because of you. So
well, and that's his thing. And that's an immaturity thing on his part. You know, he just, if I like it, he doesn't like it. I really don't. I mean, it doesn't faze me. I do the same thing to him. But it is. I mean, we've been coaching 30 plus years, and then when you have somebody like that, it's just so valuable because the same message he coaches them. It's not like I have everybody on a string. We all coach. Because there's a lot of coaches that won't let their coaches coach. We all coach because everybody has something to offer. Coach has, I mean, the guy's got 30 years of high school basketball, and he's been with us 7-8 years. You know, Mike Klett is new to us. You know, Paul Matthews has had all years. I mean, I want people around that can help, and we're learning from them. They're learning from us. And we're taking it one day at a time. And you know, it's funny because I've been getting a lot of emails from former players. And Jarrell Williams was at the game the other day, and Zay Jackson, Damon Rod, and those guys. But you know, hey, when we're 30-4, when we're 5-10, whatever, we coach the same, period. We coach the same. We're just going to keep coaching. We're going to keep working. We're not going to give in. And then when all is said and done, we'll see where we're at. But I like where we're going. Doesn't guarantee us anything. We have to continue to keep practicing hard, practicing well. We'll be able to kind of fine-tune things, get things, you know, a little bit more to the point. And we just got to keep fighting.
Coach John Reilly, appreciate it.
Hey, thanks so much, Alex.